Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Salutations, Sister Wives audience in front of the cameras. Christine Brown walks into a hazardous region this week. She'll definitely annoy Kody Brown after she's finished speaking. It's important to remember that Kody will likely notice this during his one-on-one with Suki and will likely have something to say after listening to Christine's criticism of his performance in the bedroom. Sister Wives, Christine Brown describes the most recent setback for Kody Brown. Isn't it feasible to see Kody Brown watching the TV when Christine Brown Woolley is gushing about her intimate moments, or lack thereof, with Kody Brown? Ultimately, it appears like Christine is just another failure for Sister Wives patriarch. During these one-on-one interviews, we learned last week that the 5 spouses had agreed not to talk about anything related to bedroom activities. But apparently Christine Brown went there anyhow, taking a detour. Christine not only critiques Kody's performance, but also gives the timeline of how this all started. What was the real experience of Christine and Kody's first marriage? This was a long time before Sister Wives was even created. Suki is informed by Christine that her sexual encounter with Kody was fun and a blast. Kody showed interest in her, and Christine said they had a lot of good times. Christine and Kody's outburst comes to an end. It seems like Christine doesn't hold anything back in this Sister Wives episode. Speaking on TV, Christine claims that their relationship between the sheets lacked true intimacy. It was enjoyable, but Kody neglected her emotionally, romantically, physically, or financially throughout the most of their marriage. Including finances, there looked strange, didn't it? But who knows? Initially, Christine said she was physically treated as she and Kody cared for each other in the bedroom. It was just an act, though, with no real emotions or sentiments. Let's revisit when Christine came to terms with the end of her romance with Kody. Then, to everyone's surprise, Robyn Brown joined the family. According to Christine, Suki has now realized that something is definitely missing here. Sister Wives. After that, nothing remains. Christine refers to the quiet time she spends in bed with Kody as nothing. She went on to say that she was now independent. For a while, Christine thinks she and Kody were just using each other physically. The act of making love was meaningless at the time. According to Christine, she and Kody were becoming apathetic. Christine went on to say that she felt exploited. But she added that maybe the Sister Wives spouse felt the same way because bedtime intimacy was merely a hobby back then. According to Suki, it has become a marital obligation for Christine. Kody's third wife agreed, adding that he was probably obligated by the conditions of their marriage as well. Then, Christine called her relationship with Kody sad. It is easy to see there is a problem when you have lovemaking 5 times a year, Christine said. So, what did Kody and Christine do about it? Not a lot. Except for one chat. She didn't talk to Kody about it. The exclusive conversation. So we had one conversation on intimacy, and it was like, are we going to have any kind of intimacy, sex in our marriage? Christine told Suki. No, he replied. Then Christine's falling boom struck Kody. So, the next time you come over, I'm like, you're done, she continued. You're not going to stay here anymore. I don't want you in my bed. We're done. We could all see the outcome of the conversation. Christine packed Kody's things and labeled the boxes before putting them in the garage. Then we saw the commotion when Kody found the boxes in Christine's garage. Kody was furious, but he knew Christine was playing a bluff. Supporters believed she would change her mind, and maybe she was teaching Kody a lesson. But Christine made the decision to do so anyhow. Christine is lying to her sister wives, according to Kody. The absurd thing is that Kody was genuinely shocked by what Christine had done. But how could it? He said that he would never again sleep in a married bed with Christine in a really intimate way. Why would she want to keep him? Kody recently claimed that Robyn was the only wife he had ever loved. So, sure. Kody most likely believed he was cheating on Robyn and felt obligated to her. If Kody didn't love his former spouses and was only behaving that way out of obligation, it's awful. That Christine didn't toss him out much earlier is the only thing that surprises me. I think that by making his former spouses less important in his life and falling in love with someone else, Kody betrayed them. However, he behaved as though, how dare she, when Christine sent him out. Then Kody honestly thought Christine could be bluffing. She wasn't, as we all know. She believes that day to be the day of her divorce from Kody. On reality TV, fans praised Christine for her decision to cancel, and the rest is history. Bringing home Robyn Brown. What's even stranger is that after Kody told Robyn everything, she called Christine's house his new home and suggested that he go back there to sleep on the couch. Kody did not politely accept his dismissal. But it's clear that Christine is getting extraordinary love from her husband, David Woolley. Those two can't keep their hands apart. Although the bedroom activities started out excitingly with Kody, Christine said that he evolved from a stud to a dude, and now she had a real man. I also bet that David and Christine will laugh when they watch this episode, since Kody is probably going to throw a fit. But that's Robyn's problem now. Sister Wives star Christine Brown has been ranting about Kody on season 19's tell-all. Suki even asked her husband, David Woolley, for his thoughts on the death of the family. Specifically, Christine hushed Kody when he said he wanted to love each of his wives as much as he loved Robyn. Some viewers, on the other hand, think that TLC is deliberately harming Christine. Continue reading to learn why. Sister Wives David Woolley and Christine Brown have openly discussed their PDA. Christine openly discussed her excessive PDA with David, especially after they were married, at the third round of the Sister Wives tell-all. Videos of the married couple kissing everywhere they go, including in front of the kids, were shared by Suki. Some of Christine's children even responded humorously to her PDA moments with David. Paid-on, one of them, was slightly taken aback until he clarified that it was his usual response whenever he witnessed his mother making out with David. Christine went on to say that she had previously had these kinds of experiences with David, but not with Kody. Some Sister Wives fans conjectured on social media that TLC is now betraying Christine Brown. According to the OP, TLC has significantly skewed the program to favor Christine, making it seem as though she was Kody's most mistreated ex-wife. However, the poster thinks that because of the baggage rack scandal, TLC is now adopting a new position about Christine. The fact that Kody had previously utilized the luggage rack for himself is well known. Therefore, the other women found it amusing. But when Christine learned that Robyn had grabbed it for herself, she was shocked, and the manner Suki told her about it made them think that TLC was mocking and exposing Christine's ridiculous side. With the luggage rack thing, I took the opposite route. Robyn's purchase of the baggage rack at KNR was a gotcha. This is concrete proof that Robyn was given preference, as Christine has always been right. Although it was definitely a cliffhanger for dramatic effect, I felt it was very pro-Christine. I would agree if Christine grinned, nodded, and said, "See," at the end. But it ended on her shocked face in a humorous way. But, JMO. I thought Suki was teasing Christine. It was funny. Both Christine and Janelle have moved on. They receive hefty compensation for talking about a show they appear on. Christine is no longer worried. Look, Robyn has that enormous, bald, gloriously powerful man, and she sometimes gets the luggage rack. Sister Wives, how is Christine Brown today? Since then, Christine Brown has ceased talking about Kody on social media. Instead, the Sister Wives star has been documenting her life with David Woolley in Utah. The two have been sharing cooking videos on the internet. Christine's transformational journey has also been proceeding smoothly. The fact that Christine and David are now living together has won over many fans, and they both take pleasure in creating humorous sketches. However, it was also reported that Christine asked Kody for child support just before they began filming season 19's tell-all. There is still affection between Christine Brown and her ex-husband. She discusses the terrible end of her marriage to her ex-husband Kody with host Sukanya Suki Krishnan on Sunday's edition of Sister Wives, One-on-One, Part 3. As she said in a sneak peek video shared to the TLC Instagram account, "For a long time it was just fun, and it was just a blast, we just had a lot of good times. As he married Robyn, I felt, oh, there definitely is something lacking here, but it was already, almost done. There was no real closeness, though. No one was supporting me financially, emotionally, romantically, or physically because I was now self-sufficient. Kody spiritually married Robyn in 2010, 16 years after he and Christine were married and 11 years before to Christine's departure. In those last years of their relationship, Christine said, "The sex was seldom and felt forced. We both knew that something was lacking and insufficient, which is why we didn't talk about it." When you question yourself, do we really want to talk about it? After having sex 5 times a year, you know something is wrong. Suki said that the couple's periodic sexual encounters probably became a marital obligation. Probably for both of us. Indeed. Sad, said Christine. No sex took place. God, it was so broken. Christine admitted that she and Kody didn't discuss their issues with intimacy. We had a discussion about intimacy, and the question was, are we going to have sex or any other form of intimacy in our marriage? And he answered, no. So she said, I don't want you in my bed. We're done. You're done. You're not staying here anymore. When he came back the next time. In November 2021, Christine and Kody announced their separation after more than 25 years and 6 children together. In January 2022, Christine discussed her concerns after her husband said he no longer wanted an intimate marriage on an episode of Sister Wives. She said, I'm not comfortable remaining in a marriage that lacks intimacy. It's not a true marriage. I'm not interested in a half marriage, a partial marriage, or any other arrangement we have. In another preview video that TLC posted, Janelle and Christine explained how Kody would purposefully hurt ex-partners by, for instance, denying them intimacy. According to her, he has attacked all of his wives who are leaving in the area that hurts them the most, that they take pride in, or that they value, right? I'm one of those people who wants to be very fiscally responsible. I'm very about, let's be responsible with our money. So he wants to, undermine that or try to undermine that for me. For Christine, it was devastating that he wasn't physically attracted to her. Christine agreed with Janelle's evaluation of the interview. I told him, no, we're not going to be intimate anymore because he knows what buttons to push. Well, you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do this, she continued, adding that he would then place the blame entirely on others. He is skilled at pushing buttons, but he lacks the maturity to accept responsibility for his actions. At the time of their breakup, Christine said that Kody blamed her for their romantic issues. I no longer want to be in an intimate marriage, he states. I'm offended by what you did. She said in an episode of Sister Wives, which aired in January 2022. We'll see if you can be a good sister wife. Since October 2023, Christine has been married to David Woolley, therefore she is no longer putting up with a husband who rejects her feelings. Janelle said in a special episode that recaps the Ashley's coverage of Christine and David's wedding, David has kind of come in and fixed all of that, and she feels loved. She feels beautiful and appreciated. She feels all the emotions a spouse ought to feel. At this point, everything sort of has a lovely, joyful conclusion. When Christine Brown left her plural marriage with Kody Brown, the world knew the emotional distance between them had grown unbearable, but no one anticipated just how brutally candid she'd become about what really drove her away from the man she once called her eternal companion. In a recent wave of social media innuendos, cryptic interviews, and eyebrow-raising podcast snippets, Christine dropped what can only be described as a nuclear bombshell about Kody Brown's most private shortcoming, his lackluster performance behind closed doors. Though she never named him outright, fans of Sister Wives didn't need a neon sign to connect that it's when she remarked on how it's hard to feel cherished when intimacy is more of a duty than a desire, adding with a biting edge that some men think proximity is passion, and they're dead wrong. This wasn't just shade, it was a full eclipse. And while Christine maintained her trademark smile through every coy dig, the meaning behind her words couldn't be missed. According to insiders close to the Brown family, the breakdown of Christine and Kody's marriage was years in the making, and bedroom dissatisfaction played a central role, even if it remained hidden from TLC cameras, until now. With her newfound confidence, glowing post-divorce transformation, and a publicly affectionate relationship with her now-husband David Woolley, Christine appears to have tapped into a deep well of liberation. But along with that liberation came candor, raw, sometimes brutal candor. During a now viral segment of a women's empowerment livestream, Christine referenced a past partner who would literally sigh before intimacy, like it was a chore, and admitted that she used to wonder, is it me? Am I the reason he's so uninterested? That level of vulnerability struck a chord with women everywhere, but it also drew massive attention from Sister Wives fans who instantly assumed Kody was the man in question. And considering Kody himself once publicly stated on the show that he wasn't attracted to Christine during her pregnancy and admitted to withholding intimacy to punish or distance himself from her, Christine's implication felt less like gossip and more like vindication. This wasn't about petty revenge. This was about reclaiming her voice. Christine seemed to finally be saying out loud what she'd held in for years. That emotional rejection in a marriage is compounded when it's coupled with physical detachment, and no amount of family counseling or plural wife diplomacy could make up for the quiet humiliation of being made to feel unwanted. In a later social post that left fans gasping, Christine included a quote that read, "Making love should be about joy, not obligation," paired with a smirking selfie and a caption that read, "Feeling loved, wanted, and seen makes all the difference." Thousands of likes poured in, along with a barrage of support, curiosity, and yes, backlash. Robyn Brown supporters, in particular, jumped to Kody's defense, claiming Christine was being disrespectful and cruel by airing such personal matters in a public forum. But others argued that for years, Christine had been silenced under the guise of family unity while Kody freely belittled her choices, questioned her devotion, and ultimately rejected her, both emotionally and physically. Why shouldn't she speak now? Especially when her words resonate with countless women who've been made to feel similarly invisible. Kody, predictably, didn't take the rumors well. In leaked audio from a private Coyote Pass meeting, sources say he referred to Christine's comments as a betrayal of sacred trust and accused her of using intimacy as a weapon to destroy his name. But fans were quick to point out that Kody has long weaponized affection, rewarding wives who pleased him, Reed, Robyn, and punishing those who dared assert their independence or question his authority. In this light, Christine's so-called smear was less about revenge and more about revelation. It was a dismantling of the image Kody spent over a decade crafting, the image of the confident patriarch in control of 4 devoted women. The truth, according to Christine, was far less flattering. Kody didn't just fail her emotionally, he failed to show up in the ways that truly matter in a marriage. And when intimacy became a negotiation, a means of control, or worse, a weapon, Christine knew it was over. She walked away, not just from a broken relationship, but from the illusion that she needed to accept it. In the aftermath, her boldness has sparked a deeper conversation among fans and former polygamists alike. What does intimacy mean in a plural marriage? How is affection distributed, withheld, or manipulated in households ruled by one man's whims? And perhaps most provocatively, was Kody Brown ever truly capable of giving his wives what they needed, physically or emotionally? As Christine thrives in her new marriage with David, who she frequently praises as attentive, affectionate, and always present, she sends a clear message: love without passion is just paperwork. And for Christine Brown, those days are long gone. Now, every smile, every confident post, every subtle reference to finally knowing what true connection feels like is a quiet clapback to the years she spent waiting for Kody to see her, want her, or treat her like more than a fixture in a broken system. If Kody thought he could bury the truth under years of platitudes and blame shifting, Christine just proved that the truth always rises, and sometimes it goes viral. However, it is evident that Christine is receiving exceptional affection from her spouse, David Woolley. Those two are unable to separate their hands. Christine claimed that although their bedroom activities began excitingly with Kody, he changed from being a stud to a dude, and now she had a real man. Since Kody is likely to have a tantrum, I also wager that David and Christine will chuckle when they watch this episode. However, that is now Robyn's issue. On season 19's tell-all, Christine Brown, actress of Sister Wives, has been venting about Kody. Suki even asked David Woolley, her husband, what he felt about the family's passing. In particular, when Kody expressed his desire to love each of his wives as much as he loved Robyn, Christine silenced him. However, other viewers believe that TLC is intentionally hurting Christine. Read on to find out why. Sister wives Christine Brown and David Woolley have talked candidly about their PDA. During the third round of the Sister Wives Tell-All, Christine talked candidly about her excessive PDA with David, particularly after they were married. Suki posted videos showing the married pair kissing everywhere they went, including in front of the children. Even her PDA moments with David elicited amusing reactions from some of Christine's kids. One of them,